Hey friends, a couple weeks ago I told you I was going to show you how to cook up a great spaghetti squash because it makes a great side while you're eating, or you can actually turn it into a meal itself. And right here is the end product. So let's get to this. I'm going to show you how to make this delicious dish that's not only delicious, but it's really, really healthy and really, really good for you. It's simple, quick, easy. I guarantee you'll like it. Okay. Hey guys, Dan Brzezowski here with a simple, easy, healthy recipe for you. I'm going to show the basic way what to do with spaghetti squash, and you can either turn it into a side dish with what I'm going to do, or you could add other stuff. I'd talk about chicken and that kind of things and actually turn it into a main dish. Now I know I talked about doing this a couple weeks ago, but I've just been so freaking busy. I haven't had the time. I've made it twice, but I haven't had the time. And a buddy of mine, Rick, came over with a gift. He brought me homemade zucchini bread. And this is why you don't want to be my friend, because he brings me a gift and I'm putting him to work videotaping me. So that's why this is happening today, okay? So what we're going to do, this is spaghetti squash. You get this anywhere. I got this up at Cellino's. And I'm going to cut the stem off first, okay? Come on in here close, just make sure they see it. So I'm just going to cut the stem off. And these are kind of hard, so you got to kind of work at it. But I got the stem off, and now the hard part is I want to cut it down in half, okay? And they're thick and they can get really, really hard. So what I usually try to do is get my knife in there, get it down into it as much as I can through the center. Give it a cut this way. It won't be exact, but it'll be kind of close to it. Come off the other side and go down again. Of course, because I'm in a hurry, this one was terrible, but it's going to have to do. Alright, so now we got that. I should have a spoon. I don't have a spoon. I'm going to get the seeds out of here. This is not the best way to do it. But just like a pumpkin, you scrape it out. And a spoon usually works better, but I don't want to stop the camera right now. Hey Rick, why don't you come up this way a little bit so they can see the inside, just in case, because I can't see what you're showing. See, so just like that, I'm just scraping out just like you would a pumpkin. Okay, so you see what I've done, and instead of boring you with you watching me do the two of them, once I get that out like that, I'm just going to do one side to get this going and in the oven. And again, I bake this at 350 for somewhere around an hour. You really can't overcook it. And I say that because it just gets soft. You can undercook it, but you can't really overcook it. Now, depending on what you're trying to accomplish here, if you don't care about calories and things like that, or certain ingredients you're using, what's really, really tasty is to take some butter. Now I'm going to do it this way for you guys, to take some butter and just lay it in there like this. Get it? Spread it around a bit. Now again, I don't normally do this. Not that I have anything against butter, I love it. But I'm usually just using MCT or medium chain triglyceride oil. But I'm going to show you this way here, okay? So I put that in there. And then I like to use a garlic and parsley salt. I just love that. It tastes good. So I take that. I just sprinkle it in there also. Do it to taste. Now, if you're not using the butter, you can use oil. I'm going to put both of this in there. I'm actually going to even put the oil... I'm going to put the oil in here also. And I spread that around here a little bit. Now again, usually I won't use that oil. I've got MCT oil up in the top. Now when I do it this way, everybody in the house likes it. Everybody likes it. I put a couple little cuts like that in there, okay? So once I do this, I take it and I lay it up here on the pan. I'm going to end up doing the other one and putting it up on the pan, and I'm going to cook it at 350 for a minimum of an hour. If I end up going over an hour, it really doesn't matter because it's just going to get softer. And then once I get this done cooking, I'll pull it out and you'll get to see what it looks like, because then we scrape it out and then we either have it as a side dish. You'll see how it comes out. We either have it as use it as a side dish, or if you already have sauteed chicken already done up, diced up, sauteed, you can add it right to it and it'd be like a spaghetti parmesan, something like that, okay? But right now I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 for an hour, and I'll pull it out and you'll see what it looks like, okay? So come on back and watch. Okay, what I decided to do really quick before I pop these in is that a lot of people watch my videos and they're going to use ingredients that I probably wouldn't use, but they do make it taste really good. And so actually, I cleaned the second half and I put butter in there, okay? But I have no oil and none of my my garlic and parsley or anything like that. But so I've got the butter in there, and instead what I'm going to do, because some people just like it sweet, I sprinkle brown sugar in there, and you sprinkle it around in there. Just do it by how much taste you think or don't think. I honestly don't do this, but I have just because if you have kids or something like that, then they'll really like it. And I guess if it gets them to eat vegetables and that would be a good thing. So, so we want to place it up like this. I'll put it in the oven. I got it set at 350 right now, and for a minimum of an hour. If I end up going over and it's an hour and 15 minutes, I really don't care, because it just keeps it softened up. Okay, so right now we'll take this. Now this is an acorn squash. I mean, as far as spaghetti squash, you can do different things with acorn squash and so on and so forth. Okay, so I've got this set at 350. I'm going to put it in there, and we will watch it bake away, and I'll be back. Okay, so I ran out of the house, and mine's slightly overcooked because, anywho, I ran out, and so mine actually went about 2 hours. So now I'm going to let it cool down, and after it cools down, I'll show you what we do from there, okay? Okay, so now I've let them cool down for about 5 minutes. They're still really warm, but not so hot that I can't handle it, because you can eat these just out of the oven like that. And all you do is take your fork and start scraping away like this. Still a little warm in my hand, but you just keep scraping like this until you get it all out of here. Real simple. And it comes out hot, and it's flavorful. Flavorful. There. Just keep going with it. Get it all out like that, and you do it to both. Now, what you can do, so of course you can see why they call it spaghetti squash, and you mix it up to make sure that all the flavoring, not that it didn't or wouldn't, would get all around it. Now, again, this is a great side dish, just like this, your veggie, with whatever your meal is. And then another thing, as I mentioned earlier, is that you can take and already have sauteed chicken breast cut up, little chicken chunked up, sauteed up, and whatever you wanted, oils, and any of your spices, and then just add it right in with it. I didn't do Parmesan. Another good one is to sprinkle Parmesan cheese when you cook it, or after if you want, okay? Whichever way is your place. But anyway, you see you get a bunch out of there because this was a small one, and I can mix them both up and just get it up there. So you get a lot out of there. I guarantee you'll love it, so give it a shot and tell me what you think.